Hi there. I care and you matter. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something a little funny. I'm going to be talking about how I pick paper just as I pick produce. Now, first of all, the time of this video, it is back to school time. And so now, not surprisingly, is one of the best times to pick up office supplies. So now's the time of year when I pick up notebooks, pens, highlighters, and what you see in front of you, filler paper. Now, I don't use filler paper a lot, but I do like keeping a stack in my on my desk for just taking quick notes, whether it be in a meeting or jotting down different ideas. And I do keep a small stack in my writing folder. But as you might guessed it, I am just as picky about my filler paper as I am about my notebooks. One of those requirements, one of my personal preferences, it must be wide ruled. Why? There's three different reasons. One, wide ruled paper is always a bit smaller, whereas college ruled or narrow ruled paper is always 8.5 by 11. Wide ruled paper is always 10.5 inches tall by 8 inches wide. So you're losing a half an inch on both sides, and both the height and the width. And to me, that's a benefit. That extra half an inch makes a lot of difference. I prefer a smaller, more compact size. In fact, on my writing folder, I actually trim the top of it off in order to better fit. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I took my 5-star folder and took it to my paper cutter and trimmed off the top in order to fit my wide ruled paper exactly. That not only is it easier to carry, more compact, it just fits in smaller bags, and I prefer a smaller tote to tote around. So I prefer the size. Secondly, I prefer more space in between the lines because one, I write big. Two, I like visual breathing room. And three, more space in between lines allows me more room to draw symbols, examples, to brain map. I just prefer having more visual breathing room and more space. So at first, when I was at Office Depot, I saw this paper and I looked at first of all, it met the rules. It's wide. And you know what? It met my price requirement. It was 99 cents a pack, which is awesome. However, I saw the package and I did not like how dark the rules are, the lines. I know, I'm Petty Betty here. Well, call me Petty Betty, or you can call me someone who knows what she likes. I know what my preferences are. And I prefer really light blue lines if I can find it, if at all possible. Why? I don't know. To me, actually, I do know. What am I talking about? There's two reasons I prefer lighter lines. One, it creates more contrast. First of all, I only use blue pens, and I prefer a bold ballpoint. So this is my favorite pen, Bit Glide 1.6, bold point. So when I write with this bold blue pen on really light colored lines, my writing, there's a higher contrast. I love that. Secondly, if I'm going to draw symbols or pictures, or if I'm going to brainstorm in mind map or brain dump, whatever you want to call it, if they're lighter lines, I'm far more comfortable just writing right over that line, writing right across it. I can use online paper, but man, I prefer the flexibility of having a very faint line, because then it's almost that perfect in between having lines, the guidance of lines, the structure of lines, the constraints of lines, but the freedom of a blank page. So I saw this in the store, and again, I got these at Office Depot. I'm sure you could get these anywhere else too, but the specific thing that I looked for is, let's make sure I'm looking at the right one. Nope, that's the one I want to show next. I flipped it over, and look at that. Look how light the lines are compared to how it looks on the front. So when I'm looking for paper, I'm going to flip that sucker around. First, I'm going to look for the wide ruled. Then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to look to make sure it's a very faint line. Now, you would make the assumption that 2 packs of paper that is the same brand, the same size, purchased at the exact same time at the same store are going to be the same. Not so much. Because here's the thing. I intentionally purchased the second pack to show you what happened when I got home. Now, first of all, I'm looking at them side by side. You can tell right now that, oh, wow, this side, this pack, looks a little fainter than this one on the right. But when you flip them over, I'm actually going to return this. I'm going to exchange it. Look at the difference. Look at the side-by-side difference. This one is far lighter than this one. Also, you'll notice that the red rule over on the right side of the paper is a lot darker and a lot wider on the left side here compared to the other side. So looking at this side by side, this would be my preference. I also noticed that this pack has paper that's actually folded. Not a big deal. But if you're paying for it, you might as well get it perfect, right? It's like picking produce. If you're going to pay, $1.49, $1.69 a pound for apples, you're going to make sure that those apples don't have holes or bruises or whatnot. And so I just found it amazing that these two packets of paper could be so incredibly different. So if you're as picky as I am, no, not picky. If you want to get the exact right thing and, get what you're paying for, take a moment to don't just grab off the shelf. Flip the reams, flip the packages of paper over and compare them side to side. Find the one that you really, really like, and then take the 5-10 minutes to get exactly what you want. Because here's the deal. Like I said, I stock up in August and September, and I don't buy paper until the next year. Because one, it's cheaper, and two, you just have far more varieties to choose from during back to school time. And truth be told, here in the United States, when I'm filming this video right now, is the beginning of September. Come the end of September, early October, you will often find places like Target and even Office Depot will start to put their surplus or leftover school supplies on clearance, which is an even better time to find them. You won't have as much variety in terms of choices and options, but you'll get a much better price. And oftentimes the school supply areas in the store by that time are empty, so you'll have more room and space in order to get exactly what you want. So there you have it. I just wanted to do a quick video and show you and explain why I take the time to select my loose leaf paper in particular, just as carefully as I do produce. If you've liked this video, I ask that you pay the fee. What's the fee? Please share me. Share me with someone else who might appreciate this kind of content too. And don't forget to give me a like and leave me a comment down below. Do you agree? Are you as picky with your loose leaf paper as I am? Either way, thank you so much for watching. And until the next video, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.